seats in the 8th or 9th row, if you want to come forward to the first or second row, that would be appreciated.
Hello, we're Tessa and Adrian Gonzales. We're here to discuss the tragic event that happened on April 24th of last year at Veterans Park. I've been in communication with the Veterans Advisory Board with the proposal to try and get a memorial built for our daughter so we can honor our daughter. The request was denied, and I didn't really know much about the VAB before all this happened, and I didn't like some of the answers that I was given, so I did a little bit of research, and I read the city ordinance, and the city ordinance states that the VAB is there to bring recommendations for physical change to Veterans Park. They're supposed to present it before you all. I didn't see anywhere where it says that they are actually the final authority on a decision. So regardless of how they feel about the proposal, they're still supposed to bring it to you all, where you all make the decision. I don't know if that was delegated to them, if they have the authority to deny a request or a proposal. I didn't find any document that supported that, so I just wanted to see if maybe we can get it on either next city council agenda, or if any of you council members would like to come to the next VAB meeting and we can discuss their role and maybe possibly consider a memorial for our daughter. It started off as a simple request for a bench and a name placard. Because of the denial, we actually want to dig a little bit deeper and find ways to honor not only our daughter, but local heroes, people who support military. I'm active duty currently, been serving for 14 years. And Ella is our baby girl, Ariel Adam. She's daughter of an active duty airman, granddaughter of an Army soldier, and a great granddaughter of a Navy veteran. I think their opposition is they are misunderstanding our request, and they think we want to put her on one of the pre-existing memorials. We're not trying to honor her as a veteran because she, obviously an 18-month-old little girl, can't serve in the military, but she does serve by supporting me, as well as my wife and my other children, some of our family and friends that are in the audience, friends that we consider family. Anybody who's ever listened to a troop in a time of need, I think that local veterans should say thank you in some way. And not only that, but I said local heroes, there's also law enforcement and fire department, local heroes that give the ultimate sacrifice. And it shouldn't just be the veterans organizations in the community. I think we need to revamp it, modernize it, maybe put some representatives that are from different generations. That way there's some diversity. And I went over my time. Thank you all for hearing me out.
You know, Mr. and Ms. Gonzales, I know that the council and I were devastated when we heard about the tragedy that happened at the Veterans parking lot. And thank you for sharing with us your story. I will tell you, please email me. I'm confident we might be able to do something. I don't know if you're aware that the city is building a parking lot immediately. It's going to be expanded, and I'm confident that we can do something to honor your little girl. So if you can just get me an email. And you did the right thing. The Veterans Advisory Board is an advisory board to myself and council. And so you come in here, I'm confident we can do something to honor your daughter.
We would appreciate that. If I may ask one more question. I don't know if it's true or hearsay, but I was under the impression that the playground area is going to be removed completely. There will be no public play area for children. Is that correct, or am I misunderstanding?
I'm going to let the city manager respond to that. That's more of a day-to-day operation issue.
There have been, thank you, Mayor. There have been talks about that as we expand the parking lot, but nothing has been set in stone yet. No decisions have been made yet about that.
Okay. I didn't want to take up too much of your all's time, but something that we are proposing is and we're not asking the city to fund this. If we pay for this ourselves, so be it. But for a safe place for children to play, we were thinking of proposing a butterfly garden. We can discuss in the email, but thank you all. If you can support, we would greatly appreciate it.
Mr. Peely, or Mr. Mayor? if I
Yes,
may.
Councilor.
Mr. Peely, my understanding is that the playground would be moved away from the area that is the main, just away from the main park. My understanding is that that there won't be a park. It's just a question of the location, perhaps near the new parking lot, because I believe the parking lot is also going to be expanded to the north of the park. So I think that's my understanding.
Yes, Councilor Flores, that's been the discussion, is that once we expand the parking lot, it'll go on the other side of that existing wall, and that we would need that space as well to where the park is. But we haven't had any plans set in stone yet. We're just, as you know, we're currently fundraising for that, or trying to get funding for that parking lot.
Okay, well, if we could keep that in mind in light of what Mr. and Mrs. Gonzales have just shared with us. Thank you, Mr. Peely. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Gonzales.
I don't know if you have my email address, but let me give you this card here. Okay, thank you again.